WXYZ, where 7 stands for news.
Tonight, a visitor from a foreign country gets the scare of his life as he is carjacked in Detroit.
I don't want a divorce.
For the first time, Diana, Princess of Wales, breaks her silence about her troubled marriage, her personal struggles, and her future. It's an interview you'll see only on 7. And Beatles fans celebrate a new, long-awaited British invasion.
A man who barely speaks English takes a wrong turn that puts him directly in the path of danger.
Talking about a French tourist who was assaulted and carjacked in Detroit by the very people he asked for help. Channel 7's Mike Huckman is at the scene of that attack on the city's northwest side and joins us now with more in this live-action camera report. How's he doing, Mike?
He seems to be doing fine, Guy, and the victim was taken by police here at Detroit's 2nd Precinct to a safe, undisclosed location to spend the night before trying to head back to France sometime tomorrow. And what a story he will tell of his experience here in the States, of his business trip that was disrupted tonight by a carjacking in the city of Detroit after he got lost in the city while on his way to a Sterling Heights hotel. The victim, Jean-Noel Marteau, is the man in the gray suit seen walking out of the police station. But a few minutes later, he had donned a Detroit police cap to be escorted away without being noticed by the news media. The carjacking happened around 7:30 next to this gas station at Livernois in Davison. This young man, who calls himself Dre, says he was right across the street when he saw the French tourist call over a couple of guys for directions.
He called them over there, so all I seen them, they was just talking some words. I was talking to some girl right there. They was talking some words back and forth. Next thing I know, they pulled my man out the car, started beating him up. One of the guys had a gun, and that's when I had took off. I had ran across Untitled Waverly Street and stayed there, and I just seen him pull off in his car.
The carjacked tourist then ran into the mobile station and asked Mike Basie if he could use the phone.
The guy came in and he goes, my car's stolen, my car's stolen. I thought it was a joke because I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no car, no guy. He just came around and he just started crying, my car's stolen. He was like mad and that.
Was he able to speak much English beyond that?
He was like, I didn't know what he was saying, you know. He's like, my car's stolen.
Basie called 911 for the man. Police say the suspects got away in the 1995 white Mercury Sable with Georgia plates.
The guy was at the wrong place at the wrong time, in the wrong part of the hood.
And the suspects also allegedly took what was inside the vehicle. They also took the man's wallet, which had $200 cash in it. There was a passport in the car. They took his laptop computer, a box of electronic key cards for hotel rooms that you use to get into a hotel room these days. That's apparently what this man was selling here in the United States. They also took his suitcase and all of his clothing. Reporting live from Detroit's west side, Mike Huckman, Channel 7 Action News. Guy, back to you.
All right, if that stuff starts turning up, they can contact Detroit police. Thank you, Mike. A popular Detroit disc jockey is also the victim of a carjacking tonight. Dwayne Bradley of WJLB Radio is recovering from a gunshot wound to the head. He was at a gas station on Detroit's west side when he was shot. The gunman is still on the loose tonight. Diana?
Beware of danger on the walk to school. That's the warning to kids on Detroit's west side tonight after a brutal attack on a 14-year-old girl. 1 minute she was waiting at a bus stop. The next, she was forced into an alley by a man who raped her and robbed her of $6. Investigators combed the area near Linwood and Midland but didn't find the suspect. Police say kids are safer if they walk to school in groups or have an adult with them.
My kids, I walk them. And if I see some kids, I stop them myself. And I make sure, I say, will you walk with me? Because there's too much happening.
This is just the worst thing in the world that could happen to a neighborhood. When your children start getting kidnapped, you know, it just scares you so bad because it could be any of us. And so it just got my heart bleeding, and I'm glad she's alive, and I hope she gets better and can live through this.
The suspect is described as a black male in his 20s, about 5 feet 8 inches tall. He's dark-complected and clean-shaven, and at the time of the attack had on a black leather jacket and a blue scarf. If you can help with the investigation, call Detroit Police. The search is on tonight for the person who allegedly left 3 children alone in a home that later caught fire. And tonight, Action News has learned that person may be a relative. The 3 children, ages 2, 3, and 4, died in the blaze last week on Webb Street. Their dad was at work and their mom was at the beauty shop when the fire started in the basement of the home. She claims she left the children with a friend. Family members say that person is actually their maternal grandfather, but police aren't confirming that.
There is an alleged caretaker. We are in the process of trying to locate him, to talk to him and verify the information that we have. We're not releasing his name, but he is an adult, about 40 years old, and a black male. It's alleged that he is a boarder or roomer in that building itself.
The steps and fence of the burned-out home on Webb Street are covered with toys and stuffed animals in memory of the young victims. It looks like the fire will be ruled accidental. Relatives of the children are trying to raise enough money for a funeral.
Princess Diana went public tonight with years of her private torment, and it seems that the fairy tale ended a very long time ago.
When no one listens to you, or you feel no one's listening to you, all sorts of things start to happen. For instance, you have so much pain inside yourself that you try and hurt yourself on the outside because you want help, but it's the wrong help you're asking for.
Diana says it devastated her when she first found out almost 10 years ago that Prince Charles was unfaithful with his longtime friend, Camilla Parker Bowles. The princess suggests it fueled a sense of failure that led her to an eating disorder and even self-mutilation. Charles publicly admitted the affair just last year after he and Diana separated, but in the candid interview on British television, Diana says she and the prince were pretty much leading separate lives, at least in private, as far back as 1987. She also admitted having an affair of her own with former riding instructor, Army Major James Hewitt. But despite the adultery and the heartbreak, the princess does not want to take the next step in their separation.
I don't want a divorce, but obviously we need clarity on a situation that has been of enormous discussion over the last 3 years in particular. So all I say to that is that I await my husband's decision of which way we are all going to go.
An estimated 15 million people tuned in for that interview in Great Britain tonight, but a woman who's from there and now lives in Canada doesn't like the royals airing their dirty laundry this way.
I do not think that your problems in marriage should be aired publicly. They're private, and that's the way they should be kept. And I really don't approve of her going public.
And you can see the entire interview with Princess Diana on a special Turning Point Friday at 9, right here on Channel 7.
Beatles fans are lining up tonight to buy the brand new album that just went on sale a few minutes ago. People started crowding in local stores, music stores, shortly before midnight to buy the Beatles anthology, featuring the new release of Free as a Bird. People are picking up CDs, sharing Beatles stories, and staying up late for this hard day's night. Channel 7's Mike Hofeld has the inside story live at a local store selling the new song, Free as a Bird, and he joins us now live with the latest. Mike?
I'm having a great time, Diana. Hi, everyone. 12:01, they went on sale, and as Diana just showed you, mad rush for the things. A lot of families said, 12:01, who cares? We're going to get it. Chris and Denise Alice packed the kids in the car and said, we're going to go get the Beatles anthology. Worth it staying up this late to get it?
Absolutely, yep.
What's so special about the music that you said, I'm going to do it?
You just haven't heard them in so long, and this brand new song is just so Beatles.
You like
it's
it?
Great.
Huh?
Oh, absolutely.
Go ahead, tell me what you're thinking.
Love it.
I see you're smiling.
Yeah. It was just so exciting watching it on TV last night, watching the show, you know, and we love the Beatles, and they were just a remarkable group, and it was fun talking to the kids about,
sharing that with
them.
Yeah,
I remember when we watched them on Ed Sullivan and the things like that.
You never met them,
really
though, did
fun.
you?
No,
you never met the Beatles?
Unfortunately, never met them.
That's a perfect segue to talk about somebody who did in a very unique way. Here's his story. While music fans prepare to walk back through time with the Beatles' latest magical mystery tour, there's a local man holding personal memories and souvenirs no anthology could ever match.
You have to put either your 38 bullet shells in your ear or try to get some kind of cotton to stop that noise from just rocking you back and forth that way.
That's how loud it was.
Oh, it was loud.
He's talking about the Beatles' final concert in Detroit. 74-year-old Roland Lazan's Star Security Company got the call from the Olympia to provide security for the Beatles' 66 concert. That's Roland to the left of George Harrison, right before George and John were taking the stage for the concert.
We were just right in the front row. My dad made an extra row for us because we were so small, and people with tickets with row A are wondering, where's our seat?
Dad always made sure to take the kids, and Don is happy he did. He was 10 years old when the Beatles played the Olympia. During a break, he joined his brother Randy and sister Karen behind that legendary drum set. And there's more. Ringo even passed off his drumsticks at the end of the concert.
My dad says, we have a little bit of time here before they come back on. We have to hurry up. You guys want a picture sitting on Ringo's drums. And we just thought that was unbelievable. And then at the end of the night, when he came up to me, he says, here's something I got to give you, but don't show anybody because you're just going to get killed. And I had my jacket open, and he put Ringo's drumsticks right there, and I kind of folded them up, and my brother and sister said, what's that? And I said, I can't show you right now. We have to wait until we get in the car.
Speaking of getting into the car, Guy and Diana, people have been doing that coming into media play here at 12 and Telegraph. The first 50, you get a special Beatles anthology medallion with it. It's going for around $23. People have been coming in and snapping them up. I talked to one kid, he's 17 years old. I said, why are you here? He goes, I guess I like the music. I guess a lot of people do. Mike Hofeld reporting live. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mike. We asked you what you thought about the reunion of John, Paul, George, and Ringo. A lot of callers like the new Beatles song. In our Channel 7 viewer poll, 79% of the people who responded like the new version of Free as a Bird. 21% of the callers do not like the new tune.
And the more you hear it,
the better it sounds.
Yeah, the better it sounds, yeah. And we have much more news ahead tonight on Action News. Next, a mother and her young children pay the ultimate price when a couple who wanted to have a baby allegedly resorted to a chilling crime to get one. A dramatic scene unfolds on the California freeway when a suspect tries to flee from police. You'll see how it all ended.
And later, new evidence shows how a father's behavior can change their son's life forever. Full details when 7's Action News continues.
Bridgestone is about to change the way you feel about driving on ice. We're at an ice rink to show you a breakthrough in tire technology, the Blizzak Ice Tire. The first winter tire with Bridgestone's patented multi-sul compound designed to fight through snow and stick to ice. In fact, at only 30 miles per hour, a set of Blizzaks stop 35 feet shorter than a set of popular all-season radials. Blizzak from Bridgestone. If you're not using them, what's stopping you?
Available at these fine Bridgestone retailers.
Today, big news from the automotive world. Happy Sport utility buyers flock to showrooms for their first look at the 96 GMC Jimmy. And look at the savings. Now that's a lot of green. And speaking of green, Jeep owners are green with envy. Now the Jimmy tops Grand Cherokee with over 4,800 simoleons in savings. Would there be a better time to save? Get moving. See Ray Latham, Grosse Pointe, Art Moran, Southfield, or Bob Sellers, Farmington Hills.
So how are you going to handle another season of batteries not included and some assembly required? Get hip to the Square.
Builder's Square is the place to fill that you'll needs list. Nobody stocks more of what you'll need, like batteries, extension cords, and flashlights, not to mention you'll need tools to assemble those toys, plus all the gifts you'll need for the men on your list. All at great square deal prices, even Scrooge would love. Builder's Square.
We'll get you squared away.
Select Care presents The Nutcracker, featuring the Detroit Symphony Orchestra for 13 wonderful performances. December 14th through 23rd at the Fox Theater. The Majesty, the Spectacle. Welcome to a world of sugar plum fairies and toys.